Hello guys, I'm going to comment the next game. I am playing against my friend Intruder. He plays Mantis, and I am Shadowlands player. This was the last game we played on the tournament day. We totally played 6 games, so this is the last one. And to be honest, we didn't have any pressure on this game because we already have some losses on our belt. Yes. So for the first time, he says that he's going to be starting a game. So I have to put my legacy deck inside my deck list card, and because it certainly is a less card if I leave it behind outside. So we are starting, and I am going to search that holding private trader, and then he starts by buying on his dynasty phase. He's making the choice to buy a holding and discard the personality. And next is my turn. I face up all my cards and I bring Sever from the Emperor. The holdings are Shattered Peaks, Distant Words, and Temples of Kisei-Toshi. It's a decent start because on the next turn I'm going to be able to buy 2 holdings with the Stronghold and the holding already. I am praying that he doesn't come with a blitz attack because he already has a personality, but I see that he goes instantly to the dynasty phase, maybe waiting for more holdings or better followers. And I literally say phew, because I think I was safe. I didn't have any defense in that moment, and really was waiting for beginning to recruit my better personalities of the deck. On the next one, he has a very important event that is Glory of the Shogun that allows him to draw a card after he puts a follower from his hand on that turn. So now he's thinking about going to attack me. He considers that my province's strength is only 7, so any attack of 8 and above is going to destroy my province. He decides to buy more holdings to increase his economy. And on my turn, I have 1 holding reveal and 3 personalities, which are very expensive, each of one of them. I begin to count my holdings, and I decide to use Temples of Kisei-Toshi to use the best way my holdings, to use every one of them. So I pay 10 for the Oni and 2 for the other holding. And now each of us has 1 personality on play. He reveals on the other turn, and he will be starting to consider the attack, perhaps. So he starts counting his holdings and wondering if he is going to attack. If he thinks that he has a good hand, he's going to make the decision to do so. I'm reminding you that Intruder is a very good player, and I have lost against him in the past, so I am also expecting to that he has some surprises under his sleeves. So in this moment, he's going to decide to attach a follower. He's going to pay the gold cost, but he's still considering if he's going to attack, because I think he saw me very decided to defend, and he knows that only destroys an opponent card without any restriction, with only benefit for the opponent is that he can destroy 1 card of my RB beside that Oni that makes the destruction. So finally he decides he's going to attach a follower. Okay. He still doesn't have enough force to destroy a province, but he decides to attack anyway, and he's going to not assign any infantry. So I decide to defend the rightmost province I have. And he decides that he's going to attack the other province that has an Oni and no defense. He pays 4, or he pays 2 for a 2 card that allows him to move a personality to the current battlefield, and then he pays 8 to attach a Taoist archer that allows him to draw a card, and with glory of the Shogun, he's going to draw another extra card. He in total now has 12 of force because he has 5 force for the personality and 5 force on the follower and 2 force of the other follower. I play 2 outer walls because he will need 1+ extra force to destroy the province. So in this case, I successfully defend my province. He draws a card, and next I reveal my cards. It appears in time of war, and I'm going to attack without any opposition very conveniently. And yes, I am deciding what is the most efficient way to use my holdings. I decided to name a follower. There is a Wandering Budoka now on my hand. And I am going to decide without any position to attack to one of his personalities on the province. And it goes and it destroys it. Then I pay 11 gold cost for my Oni. And then I buy the next Seiden Sanso. I decide to leave that Oni on the province for the next turn. If hopefully my opponent cannot destroy that province in this turn. So he decides not to attack me, and he buys another personality. And I'm going to start my turn by revealing my cards. He is yet to discard 1 card from his hand. So I decide to see and check what holdings I have in current game to properly use them and maximize my chances of winning. So he finally discards the card, and I'm going to reveal my provinces. And there are a holding and 3 personalities. 2 Onis that bow and 1 that destroys. That destroys. I'm sorry. I think that I'm going to, if I remember correctly, giving the cavalry trait to the biggest Oni because he only has 2 personalities to defend. So in that way, I am not going to have any position again. So with Seiden Sanso, or first, I think I am going to. I consider at that moment using Temples of Kiseitoshi to maybe draw an additional card, but that was by chance going to affect me in the future. So I decide not. I give the force bonus and cavalry to the personality. He's going to be destroyed before my dynasty phase begins. He's destroyed. I destroy a province by it, and pay 10 gold to buy this Oni that destroys a personality by destroying one of my units. And then I bought the other Oni for 8 gold cost. I draw a card. I think I draw 1 Draw Your Blade. Yes. I have 1 Doom Intentions on hand also that will allow me to have some presence in defense. And I have to discard, and I discard the card Caught in the Act. My opponent turns begins. He rebuilds provinces and begins counting his holdings. He's going to decide how he's going to attack and how much gold cost he's going to pay for these cards. He's going to pay 8. He draws a card and an extra card for the Glory of the Shogun. So he has now a lot of cards on his hand. And I have 3 personalities to defend without any attachment, and he has 2 with 2 very powerful followers each. So he's going to attack me once again, not assigning any infantry. And I decide to defend with those 2 Onis on the provinces that has a face-up Oni. The Oni that appears to be above the 2 Onis that are defending, he is not assigned to any provinces, so he is on home. My intention here is to, as I seen before, that he moves to a battle without any opposition. I am going to try to use this. At this moment he uses that card, he's going to enter that battle, and I am going to defend that battle with Doom Intentions that allow me to play instantly 1 ability from my unit. So that is very, very powerful combo because I can destroy a target card from my opponent, and he can also destroy one of my cards in that army besides this Oni. So I am currently giving him no option to attack properly because I already have destroyed that personality. Maybe if he had any few against many or something like that, he could have prevented that destruction. Or if his personality was a commander and he uses hold, he might have prevented that destruction, but he doesn't have it on his hand, so he's wondering if he can do something about it. But he finally sees that no card on his hand is going to help him, so that personality is destroyed, and that attack is unsatisfying for my friend. So now he's considering what to do, maybe to enter that battle or maybe enter another battle. I don't know what he has on his hand, but let's see. I think he has a determination. Yes, he has another one of those cards that he can enter a battle, but maybe he's considering I could have another determination and enter a battle with one of my personalities. So he's deciding if it's worthy the effort or the risk, but he decides better to buy a personality. I don't know what he does, but I think that he make a range attack. So my turn begins, and he has to discard a card from his hand. So now my turn begins, and I reveal two holdings and a region. The region is very important because it's Seikitsu Mountains, and if by any chance I miscalculate an attack or have bad luck, I can retreat from that battle. So once again, I am saying Temples of Gisei Toshi, and I name item, and luckily I draw an item. It's a CC Blade, so I can attach it and have an extra card in that moment. I am going to pay for that Sea Blade. Yes, I am going to attach it to Daku no Oni, because in this case I have to destroy that personality. He's going to have 10 force in the unit, because each of my personalities, if it's non-human, is going to be with a 1+ bonus force. And next I attach Wandering Budoka, that currently, because I don't have any province destroy, I only draw one card because only my opponent has provinces destroy this game. And the Wandering Budoka currently this time doesn't have any force bonus because I don't have any province destroyed. So I decide to attack. I am going to give my, I think I use Seiden Sanso again, perhaps in one of those only, I think in the one that has Wandering Budoka. And I divide my forces. The Oni to the left is going to attack his rightmost province, and the two other Onis that have attachment are going to attack the leftmost province of my opponent. He decides only to defend with one in the province that doesn't have a card reveal, and I decide that it's more convenient to decide that battle to see the outcome of the game. So I decided to start that one. He's consulting me what my Oni does again. So I say him that this Oni can target one of my units, and I have to destroy that unit to have the chance to destroy an opponent's unit that has lesser force than my destroyed unit. So he's going to use deadly orders that I think it triples the force of one follower. So now his follower has 15 of force, and the personality has 4 of force. So in total, he has 19 of force. That is more than the 11 of force I was having with my Oni that I intended to destroy. So now I'm currently wondering if I have the opportunity to bow the follower or maybe destroy the personality so I can destroy also the follower. And I am asking in this moment if he has only 4 force, so I am going to use brute force that allows me to target one of my bow units that has 5 force of more and bows personality of the opponent with less force. In this case, he has force of 4, but also that I have more than double of his force of his personality, that personality is going to be destroyed. So he doesn't have anything to do and he concedes the game. I have a very good hand. I have to say I was very lucky also because he didn't attack me on the turn I was expecting the attacks because he didn't have the followers to do so. And I like the cards that I draw, and I have very good starting economy also. So this was a pleasant game against a very difficult opponent, and I was very lucky to have that very convenient draw cards at the beginning. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you like this game. Goodbye. Where does this stop share? Yes, this good.